So this is our group app or our group project called Storybook. Um if you here, let me see if I can move this over here. Um it's where you can upload plenty of stories and put a picture of it, kind of representing the story, who it's by, and the story itself. Um if you get bored, or not bored, but you're reading and you want some background music, there's a little visualizer right here with a play pause button. Um, and Jennifer was the crafty one to search for an image. Like you can say you wanted to do like um map. It'll show you some maps and then
It's awesome.
create your story title, your author. Hello, it's me. It's still me. Um, I have been. I'll just repeat that so you can see the new story kind of being created. It's a lot of have beens, but we're gonna make it work. And you can see it. Hello, it's me, and it's still him. Um, but you can go in there. You can update it if you didn't want to be a has been. I'm I'm here all day making jokes, but I um yeah, I mean, you can add a story, you can look at the details of it and see what all people have added. Um, my favorite little touch is definitely the music box that Edwin bestowed upon us. Um, and
Well, cool
the images,
visuals.
yeah, it made it real personable. There's not a lot
Yeah.
going on, but all of the additions made it feel like there's more going on than what is. And so this is I didn't really rehearse this, so I'm probably butchering the whole description, but it's a it's a really cool concept, and these guys were awesome to work with. They were awesome. Anything y'all want to throw in, Edwin or Jennifer?
Um, yeah, I did the music thing and some of the CSS, I guess. We all can help out on there. I'm not hearing the music. It's not coming through.
Oh,
Is that
there we are.
When
Can
you
we
everyone?
uh
don't
when you share, you have to click a button that says share sound. So that might be what happened.
interesting. Is that
So
an
if you
option? Oh,
wanna
okay.
if you wanna either reshare, or I think on the if you click the share, like where the green button is, there might be a little
Like,
something, or you could just reshare it, and then on the right there's a little button that says share sound.
it
No,
should
it's
be on now.
Oh,
Y'all
there
hear
it goes.
that?
Yep. Whoa, really cool.
there we go.
Makes the whole
Y-
aesthetic of the page.
I think
Um,
like with a lot of people, they have a simple idea in their head and they're like, oh, that's gonna take 30 minutes to code. I'm a genius. It did not take 30 minutes. It took like 3 days for me to get that right. And
Remember
also
that
Jacob's
I
helped with that magic ring.
Yeah, remember how I said if you think it's gonna take a little bit, like a day, triple it, right? Like
Yep.
always plan ahead. But this is amazing. I love how this looks. I love the circle, the sound, the animations. Very cool, guys.
Thank you. Thank you. I the getting the GIF I thought was going to be a lot harder. But I just went to Giphy.com and you just copy and paste. They have a thing where you can manually put it in there, I believe. Let me
Think
navigate here.
it's the
Code.
embed thing or something like that.
Yeah. Yeah, there it is. Um,
Yeah, very cool.
yeah. It's but that's pretty much it. Um really cool looking website. Um I'm very proud of it, and I'm very
Yep.
proud of my members. Thank you
Mm.
for hearing me
Uh,
speak.
Jennifer, you
Absolutely.
got anything?
Yeah, I mean, I think it was really fun to work on. I like that this group was like really cared about like the mood and like the vibe of everything and like the look of it. I thought that was really fun. Edwin's original music was great. I really enjoyed adding so I did the image with the Pexels API, which is like a free image search. And if I had a little more time, I think I would like to do it a little bit. So like, yeah, if you search. So right now it's just bringing up the first four. So I think it would be cool if we could do something where like, there's like a little arrow to the right and you could like cycle
Like a
through.
carousel. Yeah.
Yeah.
That would be sick.
It's still
Um,
very cool. Yeah.
but yeah, I think this is cool. And it was really fun to work with these guys. And yeah, great experience.
It's amazing.
Well, thank y'all for coming to my TED Talk. Now it is coming to a close here.
Yeah, with that accent, I'll listen to TED Talk. That rules.
Hey, man, I appreciate it.
Cool. Awesome. Thanks so much, guys, for sharing. This is a really great project.
Oh, yeah. I'm trying to not share, but now my computer is, oh, I will be back. Give me just 1 second.
Okie doke. No problem. Greg and Habtamu, I think you guys could steal the share if you guys want to. So, oh, there we go. But Greg,
Okay.
Habtamu,
I'm back.
Yeah. Can you hear me, guys?
yep,
Oh, yeah.
we can hear you.
All right. Thank you, everyone. So Greg and I have been working on this project for a little while, over 3 weeks now. We initially started with a survey web app, but soon realized it was too complex. So we pivoted to a trailer track or Trailblazer. We built with Marin Stack. It's a web application designed to help hiker to discover, explore, or share the hiking trail. Unfortunately, Greg couldn't be here today for the presentation as he has work commitment, but he mentioned he might try to join via phone if possible. Our project built with MongoDB, Express, React, and Node.js, basically Merit Stack, provide user with detailed information on various hiking trails, including elevation and difficulty levels. So we initially started as a team of 3, but our third teammate, Gage, had to step away due to some personal reason. So it was just me and Greg then. From the start, we set out the GitHub project, and then there is a project board. So for this project, we divide tasks efficiently, and this allows us to collaborate closely and tackle each task as a team, as a in the pair, and learn from one another. Yeah. So to demonstrate the trail, we were able to set up the user login rage. I'll start from the rage, and then the rage has a validation. And then for now, let me create, okay, maybe for login also the validation work. With memory of Gage, I'll create the Gage account. And then if I miss something, it just show me like the validation for a password. And then the email needs to be something like, even for email, it's give me if it is a valid email or not, and the password too. So I'll just simply create a simple password, and Gage is logged in. And then when a user logged in, the person can create, edit, or delete. Our detail page or each page, anyone can see each trails by without signing or registering. That's the main part. but for those who create account or login, they can create a trail and then update. So for Gauge, we can create, I can try like the validation here. So we have to have each field, and then there's some optional, I put it for image and elevation. I'll just add one trail. I just Google one trail name, which is Sweden Falls Trail. It's located in Washington, Snoqualmie Pass. So and then it's kind of easy trail, and the links is 3.6. I'll just say 4, and then the description I just pasted whatever I found on the internet here. Okay, so the elevation I can select. No, for elevation is kind of like 500 something, 500, and then image maybe I can simply search the name of that trail, and then from the internet just find any image of that trail. Whatever picture I found, I'll just simply copy the address of that image. Let's say I want this, and copy the image address. That's the easiest way I can get this image. And then when I create, okay, something is missing, maybe like, okay, I'll do it again. For now, just simply create random trail, and the elevation and the image, whatever I pasted here. Yeah, so it just added here, so I can see the detail right here, and then I could also update. I just simply edit. There you go. So we have the edited one. I could also delete, and then so that's it. So what's the hardest part of this project? The most challenging part, in my opinion, was tracing an issue from the client side or page all the way to the backend to identify what's causing this issue, especially when we work on this search feature. This is our last feature we were working on. Is just really challenging, which is still not completed. I can try, like if I want to search angels, we were able to make it work on the backend. I verified by on Postman, but the front end is still not showing properly. So this is like one of the challenging part. The front end integration is still in progress. We believe it could be a simple fix. Still, we still working on it. If anyone, we are happy if anyone has any idea to give us a hint on that part. So what did we learn? So when we troubleshoot stuff, like all the way we learn from this, the browser dev tool is really incredibly useful for diagnosing issues in full stack application. We usually see the console, right? But there are others that we can leverage to troubleshoot this full stack, let's say for network and applications. So we know that console is primarily for debugging the JavaScript codes and inspect errors related to the front end or back end interaction, more like the syntax error or the called the exceptions. But one thing that I find very interesting is network. Like if we search, we know like the front end or the React goes to the server. How it does. So this is a search path or endpoint, right? We can see how it connects to the server, right? Like it's used to inspect the HTTP request and the response. It tracks network performance and then some issue related to the communication between the client and the server. As you can see, you can inspect the API call. You can see detail of every network request, like the gates, post or delete puts made by the front end to the backend. So now, so we know that the backend is working properly. The problem is we couldn't show what we have in the database. The other part I believe is important is the application. It just allow you to inspect and manage client-side storage, like cookie, local storage, and tokens. Especially like we were working on this, the JWT token, the JSON Web Tokens. For authentication, you can check if the token is being properly stored and retrieved from local storage. I can show you on my code when a user log in, there is a token. So I have this on controller.
I think Colton has a question.
Okay.
It's
quick,
actually
go ahead.
related to it's related to exactly what you're talking about, actually.
Okay.
I was gonna ask about, I noticed that you have a form on the same page that you're rendering data. We did something very similar and we ran into some persistence issues with the login registration, the user. And I think you might have just answered it right there though. You're storing the user to local storage, huh? So that's how you're managing to get past the persistence. Yeah. Okay.
Yes,
I think
correct.
so, and we
Yes.
tried that for a period of time and it seemed to work. The only problem is I didn't figure out how to take that user out of local storage, like if we exited the browser and came back. So we'd have one person logged in, but it would be logging it as the other user. So something that we had to figure out, but cool. Awesome. Thank
Yeah, no problem. Yeah, when a user register or login, this is how the response, you can capture the token, the username and the ID. This is like the JSON Web Token, the header and the payload with your JSON, the JWT secret that creates a token, right? That's a part that you can track that user who's logging. As you can see here on the token, this is the username and the token and the ID. That's
Cool.
check and display.
Yeah, that makes
I
sense.
think
Cool.
that's, yeah, no problem. I think that's it. Thank you. If everyone has any questions, let me know. Thank you.
Yeah, I think this is great. This is really cool.
Thank you.
Yeah. You could also pass just in your JWT.sign. Something to think about, Colton, is you could pass in, it takes payload, it takes a secret key, but you could also pass in its dictionary, but you just do expires in, and then you could give how much time. And so if somebody leaves, you can make it expire in an hour, in 20 minutes. So if somebody leaves and comes back, similar to like if you're in a bank, if you're in like your financial thing, and if you're not doing anything in 5 minutes, if there's no action, it says like, hey, we're going to kick you out. Sort of similar. There's a counter on it, but same sort of idea.
Cool. Thank you.
Yeah. Cool. Thanks so much, Tamu. That's awesome. And Greg, if you're watching this, way to
thank
go.
you.
That's a really cool project.
Yeah, I
you,
just
everyone.
got back
Thank
from
you.
work
Well,
about 5 minutes ago.
Oh, cool. It was awesome. Really cool project. Did you have anything to add real quick, Greg?
Tableau was pretty in depth. Yeah, it was a fun project overall. I took Java at my last course, so just refreshing on JavaScript was probably the hardest. Just,
Yeah,
you
for
know,
sure.
those wheels spinning again.
That's awesome. Yeah, it's a great project. So way to go, guys.
Thank you.
Austin, Daniel, and Remy, are you guys here? Oh yeah. Okay, perfect. Great. Go ahead. The floor is yours.
Okay, hey, what's up, guys? So yeah, I was with Daniel and Remy, and so Daniel was making a 3D product, or 3D printer product marketplace, and Remy was doing a lost pet listing site. So I said, oh, well, maybe we can do something where you 3D print your lost pet. Um, but that was just a joke. We didn't end up doing that.
Oh, I thought it was kind of cool.
So we kind of just combine those into doing like a listing products that you want to buy. So almost like a wish list kind of site, maybe for Christmas or something like that, or maybe a wedding registry. So we have the login and register page with all of the same validations, up to I'm not going to go through all of them, but you can see you strip the field and make sure that there's the proper amount of characters and everything. Also that you can't register if the email has already been in use. So I'll go ahead and just use one that I already have. And so when you log in, it takes you to the main page is actually from this API that I found on GitHub. Because I was gonna try to use Best Buys, but I came into the same problem that PJ had yesterday, where I had to sign up, and then they said that they weren't giving away API keys at the time. So I used this one right here, which was pretty cool. It only had about 20 products on there, but it was useful for what we were trying to showcase. And so when you get here, it comes to all products. It has your name there if you're in session. And you can scroll down and you can see all the different products. It tells you the price and the rating. And if you go to view it, it gives you a description and the category. And if you want to add it to your list, you can click this button and then it'll show you that you have added this to your list, and then you can go to your products and it has just a list of everything that you've added. And so this actually, we matched up the fields in the table with the API. So you can see it actually adds, just added this backpack into the database and the product, and then it has a foreign key of whatever user added it. So that's how you're able to see, or to relate the list to whatever user is in session. And yeah, I was thinking about doing something where you can add a product to, and I didn't really know where that would make sense in this app, because it's more of just adding products to your list that you want to buy. But then I saw that you can actually add a new product, and so still figuring out if that would add it to the API or if it would add it to my database and stuff like that, but kind of ran out of time. But yeah, so pretty happy with when I was doing my movie site. I really wanted the URL to show up, or the image URL to show up without people having to do anything. So it's kind of cool. And
It's very cool.
yeah, so Daniel was helped out a lot with coming up with the wireframe for the project. Remy can't be here today. She has another work conflict too, but she helped out with the CSS and stuff like that. And I think the main issues we ran into, like everybody else, was GitHub and figuring out how to make different branches and push and pull and stuff like that. And then yeah, just figuring out that whole making a fully CRUD application, because I can basically create view, update, and delete. Oh yeah, if you go to your products, you can remove it from the list. So that deletes it from the database. That's the last thing. And then it gives you one final warning. I wrote that in HTML. And then, so then, yeah, it'll take that out of the database also. And so it's a little bit different using the API to, add things to the database and remove stuff from the database just using a foreign key. So I thought that was cool and interesting. And yeah, other than that, it's pretty much it. I'd love to keep working on this and add some more details.
Yeah, this is a really cool project. Something I've actually thought about a lot of like, my wife always says that I'm the hardest person to shop for. And in my mind, I'm like, there's so many things that I want. What are you talking about? And so this would be a cool, even as you were saying this, it'd be a cool like Google extension that you could like a Chrome extension. So if I'm shopping, I could just be like, Bing, add to my list. And then, maybe there's an API or you just like have a QR code and then it's like, or you could share your user profile and then somebody could go on and be like, oh, I want to buy Will something. I could search for Will Calhoun and then, oh, he has a list. Oh, here's all the things that he wants. Cool. And it's like actually giving you gifts that you want.
Yeah.
So this is a cool idea.
That would be cool. Yeah, because I still have the edit. I just took it out of the code so you can't click the button. I still have the roots and the handling for editing it. But then I was like, this is getting called from an API. If I go and edit the price, it doesn't really make sense. So
Sure.
But
yeah, this is awesome.
Well, thank you. And then yeah, Daniel, I don't know if you wanted to.
Yeah, Daniel, do you have anything to add? Anything you wanted to say?
No, I think you pretty much covered everything. Yeah, like I was gonna just reiterate the way that Austin just broke the API down to me was just it was going over my head at first, but yeah, he made it seem pretty easy when he told me about like how it interacts with JSON and the foreign keys and how it just clips it just from the API and then just populates it. So, yep.
So the foreign keys are auto populated?
No, just the foreign key for the
It just
product
needs-
table
yeah.
is the user ID. And so the products list, it
It needs
adds,
to match. Yeah.
yeah, so these price, rating, category, and everything, that's the columns that you can see right here in our product table. And so since those matched, I was able to just use the API to like kind of automatically, add those into the database. And we had to actually increase the varchar because some of the descriptions became
Yeah.
longer.
Oh,
I
so
think
you
we
just
had to
mimic.
put it at 1,000 for the description because some of the items were just way up there with the characters.
And like you can see to get all products, this is in the controller, all products. I set the URL as this fake store API and then got the requests and then set the products as response.json and then displayed them all in a Jinja for loop. And I still have some comments that I have to fix, but
So you just mimic what was in the API. Put that in.
yeah, I looked up the
Right.
API first and then found and then we made our database based on that. Cool.
Why you
All
got
right.
the black belt?
Awesome, guys. That's awesome.
Thanks, guys.
One thing you could do instead of doing a varchar, which is not a bad thing, definitely you could do a varchar. There's also just text, which I think is like 60,000 characters. And so that's another type. And there's long text and medium text. So, and tiny text, but tiny text is like 250. So there's different ones, but way to go. That's awesome. Really cool project, guys. Keep on working on it. I would encourage you and think about doing the Google extension. If you do, let me know so I can share it with my wife and I'll be your beta tester.
Sounds good.
Awesome. Way to go, guys.
Call it Will's wish list.
Willie's wish list. Here we are. Okay, so we got another group of Albert, Nick, Mitchell, and Brittany. Before we do that, I did forget to mention, so sorry about this. At Coding Dojo, we love surveys, and surveys help us understand what we're doing well, what we're doing poorly. there's too many surveys. I know this is being recorded, but there are too many surveys that we send you guys. But really there's one really important one for this stack, and that's our end of stack survey. What this does is it helps me understand. Yeah, it sounds like an ad. Sorry, Brittany. Like, helps me understand what I'm doing well as an instructor and what I can improve on. So I'm going to put this in the chat. If you guys have a chance, please feel free to fill this out. It takes about 5 minutes. And then, yeah, sorry to change the tone. You guys have been crushing it. Dang it. Now I feel insecure. Okay. I'll put my worth in what you guys think way too much. Here we are.
I'm so sorry.
No, you're good. Just you and Jennifer crushed my spirits, but all good. No, just kidding.
In a fun way.
But in like a playful way. No, I'm just messing with you. But yeah, if you guys can do that, it helps me. So, it helps me just know what I'm doing. So, okay, Albert, Nick, Mitchell, and Brittany, feel free.
Yeah, all right.
to take over.
Let's see. Can we? All right, can we see my screen?
We can,
Yes.
Perfect. All right, so our group, we decided we were going to do a movie review forum type website where you can go on, users can go on and add a review about their favorite movie and then make comments on other people's reviews. Our group was, our group had Nick doing backend stuff. He did most of the setup for our user login and our like movie models he built. He did a lot of the like handling of our GitHub and getting that all set up for us. And then I helped with backend as well. I did a lot of the routes for that you're going to see, and helped to build out some of the services. And then Brittany got us all started with, she built our wireframe that we were able to go off of. She built the first draft of all of our JSPs and all of our styling. And then Albert went in and updated those JSPs to integrate with them with the backend, as well as doing any updates. He also added all the comments later on. So all of that is attributed to Albert. So let's go ahead and hop in here. We're going to make a new account. I don't have one in mind, so I'm going to use you as a test subject again. Will with 3 L's.
So many losses I just took right there. With Jennifer and Brittany, I said that's how many losses, how many L's I just took with Jennifer
just
and Brittany.
3 L's, yeah. This is his real email at gmail.com. All right. So now we've got an account up. You can see all of the other reviews that have been posted so far. We've got this one where apparently this person thought that the movie was fine, but the title spoiled the ending. That makes sense. Going back, let's say, Will, how did you feel about Superman Kills Batman, the movie?
Didn't understand why Batman didn't pick him up, fly high, and drop him to make this movie shorter. Never understood that. Superman versus Batman. Superman can literally just fly into outer space and drop it. I don't get it.
Cool. There's your comment. Wow.
Awesome.
So yeah, we can go through and we can look at a bunch of them. We can see there's a bit of a some toxicity happening over here. Let's go ahead and add a movie. You can see all the test ones I did there. Will, what's a movie you liked recently?
Walter Mitty is my favorite movie. Secret Life of Walter Mitty, but not the original, the Ben Stiller one. Except it is not good for my bank account because I want to travel.
I just shortened that for the sake of.
That's fine.
What did you love about The Secret Life of Pets?
Pets. I love all animals.
Pets, baby.
Pets, baby. Yeah, that's it. I love that.
Perfect. All right, look at that. You made a new movie review. Let's say you edit it. You love pets, but maybe you really love pets. We're gonna do 7 out of 10. Oh, well, I guess our update little error isn't gonna work there. So never mind. You still just normally love pets. And here, let's say you you like pets, but not that much. So that did go through 4 out of 5. I will make a note to add that error update. Cool. So yeah, let's go ahead and add. I'm going to do another real quick. Yeah, what more can we say? Submit that, but then you realize it's redundant, so you're like, question mark, update. I'm just gonna go through and show you all the CRUD. You look at that. Look, all the CRUD is there. Whoa, look at that, and it's gone. Perfect. So
This is
let's
cool.
log out real quick. Here we got some validators, some more validators. Yeah, baby.
Yeah, this rules.
Yeah, straight up little website to get into some arguments with your friends about movies.
Yeah, like Nick was saying, it's not a forum without a little bit of toxicity. So way to go there.
Yeah. All
It's
right.
also not the internet without toxicity. So
Exactly.
this is really cool,
Exactly.
guys. Really
To
cool
be
idea. The
fair-
commenting thing is awesome.
I made the wireframe have some toxic comments in it as well.
Oh, I know. It rolled.
I'm sure you
laughed.
did, Brittany. I'm sure
I
you did.
cackled. This is awesome, guys.
I think
Go ahead.
if I were to say, probably speak for the group when I say that if we had to have one major struggle that we talked about, it would be same as everyone, the GitHub. You know, Nick set it up for us and he did a great job. But we struggled a bit. At one point, I accidentally lost an entire day's worth of code and had to redo it. I think that was, you know, Nick kind of helped out and stepped up, and like we ended up just sending a lot of raw code over his way and he would manually push it himself. We did start to figure it out about an hour and 45 minutes ago. 3 minutes before office hour, we were like, okay, we think we got this, but you know, got there eventually.
It's all part of the journey, my friends.
Yeah.
All part of the journey.
Yeah, ChatGPT was a real blueprint with the GitHub commands. That was my main source there.
And other than that, for me, I think my only issue, which we were able to come out strong, I think, was being able to find time where we could communicate together, not just like do the project together, but just communicate on the same time. But we got on the hang of it near the end.
Yeah, I think I noticed all of us had like different schedules. I noticed I was up probably earlier than most, and then when I was like going to sleep, I think Mitchell was working on it. I'm like, I don't I don't know what all our time zones are.
Yeah, that's a challenge for sure.
I woke up at my midnight to a notification saying Mitchell had finished up his coding, and I'm like, it's midnight. What are you doing? And then I realized, oh, it's not midnight for you.
Mitchell's just built different. That's it. Awesome. Well, thanks,
I go
guys. What a-
24/7. I don't stop.
You're basically like a bat, you know, like Morbius, just like Albert was saying. So
Yeah,
way to go. there.
I am a superhero. Thank you for that analogy. I appreciate it.
Yeah. When you go to code, you say it's Morbin time, and then you just
It's
get
Morbin
it.
time.
So awesome. Well, thanks, guys. Way to go. Cool. We got Taryn, Colin, and Colton next. You guys, the floor is yours.
All right. Hello, everybody. This is the Adventure Archives. As Will said just a moment ago, this was developed by Colton Macaulay. Sorry about that. Colin Pugmire and myself. Colton built the login and reg functionality and the database and did pretty much all of the styling. So everything pretty goes to him. Colin was head of the front end, and then I kind of tucked myself anywhere and everywhere in between. And then towards the end, we ended up in a lot of Discord calls working together to try to figure out all of the wonderful issues we were finding ourselves with. So this is the result of all of that hard work. The Adventure Archives, here we are. For those of us who have a little experience with tabletop role-playing games, this is a application to communally share notes about campaigns or interesting things that happen so that everyone can keep track of what's happening together. Because, I mean, most of us know that one friend that writes way too many notes. And even though it'd be nice to like be able to see those notes, we don't want to write them ourselves. So why not share with everybody, right? So this is our login page, and we can switch this over to register if we feel like it. I'm just going to use mine for the sake of time. Oh, thanks. And this is our home page. This will show all of the campaigns that are currently in our database with the players that are currently linked to them and a title card with a nice little picture and some really pretty fonts to make it look nice. So we
Really
can click.
cool.
Yeah, Colton killed this. I can't say that enough. But we can click into any campaign and that will take us to our single campaign page. We'll see a picture, we'll see our description. I won't read through all of that. But then it will populate a list of all of the notes that have been assigned to this campaign, as well as who posted it and their profile picture. So you can see we've tested this a little. We've given it some thought. So we can come in here and we can create a new note, and we'll just say it's a new note. And I'm presenting right now because I am. So we can post that note and hey, look, there it is. And I did that. That's pretty cool. So for each of these, we can click on a singular note and that will take us to a nice little card to display the note itself and who did it. If we want to, we can come in here and edit it and we'll just take that out so we can see it. Yeah, it changed. And we can also delete if we want to. And it does. So that's if you created the note yourself. You can also come in here if you want to see a little more details about what somebody else has posted. You can, but you cannot edit or delete a note that you did not create yourself. Because we don't want to do that to our friends. We don't want to take out their stuff. So that is our notes and our campaigns. Yeah, we can come in here. We can see, you know, everything is customized and it changes depending on which campaign you're looking at. If we wanted to come in here and maybe change the background or the description, we can come to our admin options, but I didn't create this one, so I can't change the campaign. The creator of the campaign could if they wanted to, but I cannot. Yeah, and then I'll show how to create a new campaign. So that will take us to this page. I'm just going to keep it simple because I want to. So a new campaign, the brief synopsis. It's a new one. A detailed description. This took a lot of work to get running. That's accurate. So then for now, the campaign images only take URLs. So I'm going to leave these in really quick to create our new campaign. And there it is. There's our campaign image and we can click in. There is our other image. We could add another note if we felt like it. Can't be empty because we don't want empty notes. We'll do one more just for the sake of it, and goodbye. And there we go. There it is. And because I am the admin of this adventure, I can come in here. I can edit this to my wants. New edit, sure. And there we go. There it is. So yeah, this is the Adventure Archives. It has been a beast to work on, but it has also been a pleasure to work with these guys. And there's a lot of little things and some big things that we really wanted to add into this, but didn't have the time to. We are definitely planning to develop this further, and we'd love to push it at some point. Because I think we're all pretty excited to use this in one way or another for our own campaigns. So this is definitely a passion project. I don't want to fully speak for the other two, but we've talked a good bit about it, and this has been an awesome experience.
Yeah, guys, this is really well done. I love the little things of even on each campaign, all the different people and their profile pics, and just when you click on it, the positioning of the profile pics. Very, very, very cool. This is really, yeah, please keep at this. This is really cool. Like just the circle on the top right is awesome. This is a really great job, guys.
Yeah, Taryn, it was definitely a passion project for me too. I think Colton will say the same. Last night when we basically finished, I was just sitting there clicking through the different campaigns, just look at the pictures. We used Colton brought to our attention this thing that I think it's Discord along with another app that can basically like generate AI images. And that's how we got all this stuff. And then you get them, I don't know how we did it, but somehow through MongoDB to insert them in there. But I was literally sitting there last night just staring at the picture. I turned all the lights off in my living room and just stared at it because it looks so good. But yeah, it was definitely the hardest thing I've ever done. Through teamwork, I would say is the only way it got done. I was definitely, I would say, behind the game as far as black belt features go. Colton and Taryn definitely already implemented that in their exams when we took JavaScript, and then also I think definitely in their solo projects. So I created all the forms, and then we have login and registration, which I never even touched. So definitely was saved by Colton and Taryn, and that definitely learned a lot too about all the different things that you can do. And Colton's styling is amazing, and I hope that he goes into front end development because he thought up all this. He did the wireframe, he made it happen. And Taryn was just like Taryn, Colton, and I felt like we were in some sort of weird like three-way relationship. How much we texted the last couple of days. I swear I texted you guys more than I texted my girlfriend. It was crazy, but definitely best people. So happy that we got into a group. Really proud of what we've done. And I can't wait till it's deployed. And I already have, like my boss at my current job wants to use it. A friend of mine wants to use it. Another coworker of mine wants to use it. I want to use it. So hopefully we get it deployed soon, and we'll let you guys know when it is.
Haptamu, really quickly, because we still have another group that needs to go.
Yeah, this is really dope, guys. I want to ask how you guys manage the image. Like, do you guys float on a cloud, or do you guys have any API that generate such kind of image?
Yeah, so it's all done on the cloud. So I did it through just S3 and then just took the URL and put that in MongoDB. I think I talked to you on the side too about how to do like the image upload, and we didn't really have the time to dive into it too much, but that's definitely something that I'd like to add ultimately. But yeah, I think there are a few different things on the models and controllers that were really weird. Like there's nested models in MongoDB, which was a strange thing. Instead of having to do a bunch of ternary statements, I just decided that we could actually link the actual object in the MongoDB. So for anybody that's a player, it's the actual user's model inside there as opposed to just the ID. And same thing with the images. So if you see like on the campaign cards, it has all the players' images. That's just mapping through an item that's basically saying like campaign dot players dot image, as opposed to saying like if individual is linked to this campaign, then display an image, then map to it. So I went really ham on the database this time, but I do want to go into like the actual image upload portion at some point. I still
Yeah,
gotta figure that out.
yeah, this is awesome. Maybe we'll talk inside. Thank you.
Yeah. Thank you.
Well, awesome, guys. Thanks so much
Thank
for
you.
sharing a really cool project.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh,
thank you.
last
And
thing.
also
This was
Taryn
in
and Cullen
Mern.
were great. I didn't get to sing their praises. They were great too. This was amazing. It was a lot of fun to work on this with everybody. We had a good time. We set up a Discord server and we were just like sharing screens and just one person was driving. It was a lot of fun.
That rules. That's what it's all about. So that's awesome.
I'm excited
Cool.
to keep this going with you guys.
Yeah, please do. That's a really cool
Yeah,
project.
same.
This was Mern, by the way. I think I forgot
Yeah.
to say that.
Awesome. Thanks for, yeah, that's awesome. Cool. Okay, we got 4 minutes left of class, but we got 2 more groups. So if you have to drop, feel free. If you guys can stay, I'd encourage you to stay because people have worked really hard. So if you guys have, 15 minutes, that'd be really helpful. We've got Eric, Deshaun, and Jason. You guys are up.
Hey, yeah, I will present our project.
Awesome.
All right. Tough one to follow there, but this is our humble candy shop. It's a Mern project as well. I'll just kind of give a quick tour through it. So you arrive at the home page here and just kind of a little bit about us. And then if you're, I guess the idea is if you're interested, want to go further, you can register to create an account or we did a little bit of conditional rendering with ternary statements to toggle between the login and registration, which all that has validations as well. Oops. When you log in, it routes to the primary content, which is the menu of all the candy. You're shopping for candy, so you can see details, short description. If you'd like to order it, you can link directly to the order page. From here, when you're actually in the candy site, it'll also conditionally render a recipes portion where you can view details. And, obviously it's based around a lot of just full CRUD capability. You can add comments for the recipes and delete them as well. And so here is actually like an ordering page. There was no candy API that we found anyway, so we kind of just hard coded a lot of, the options. Couldn't exactly pull from an API, but at least with a Mern project, you're kind of, at least as I'm getting it, you're almost like creating your own API and making those requests. So you can add your candy, it'll calculate your total. And then, sorry, the things go in here, and then we got our checkout page where you can actually just place your order. Trying to see if there's anything else. Yeah, it's pretty simple. We on the back end we've built out, it can be expanded like to get this whole thing started. I don't know, I'm kind of introverted, so I almost looked at it as a challenge to myself to just lay a foundation. We got a lot of our work done through, we created a Discord server. I created the database and our GitHub. And then through my whole time at Coding Dojo, I've really been like into the front end and the design aspect of it. So I kind of wanted to take this opportunity to just sit back and not even necessarily try to, handle a lot of the design. And so I ended up developing a lot of just the back end of this project. And, as far as things we learned, I think I can maybe speak for all of us and say like the biggest thing was just the soft skill of working as a group, figuring out how to even delegate certain tasks, which for us, it was almost like deceptively easygoing. We all just kind of communicated through the Discord a lot, and then picked up where each other left off. We didn't struggle too much with our GitHub. I think maybe a couple times there might have been like an update before, the latest was pulled. I'm speculating. But really it went really smoothly. Everyone put in equal amount of work and just kind of, it was like really easygoing. You have Paige to thank for conceptually this whole site. I think she really took the wheel by coming up with like the wireframe and how the page would lay out, and all this candy, just all the fine details really, conceptually about the site. And Eric developed the comments section for the recipes, which I feel like that's one of the more complex parts. And then I always struggle. Well, I'm like struggling to fully grasp. Yeah, I used JSON Web Token to implement the token with the login reg. Still getting a handle of that, and kind of like just all things that even in Python, I guess, like I understand session and stuff, but really like using it, I'm still kind of clunky at that. So I'm definitely going to focus on that a bit. Yeah, this is our little site anyway.
Awesome. I really like it. I think it's even dynamic. Like when you made it smaller, it went from 3 to 2. So that's awesome. What a cool.
Yeah, it scale. I don't know how it looks on your guys' screen. I lost myself in my pages here, but it does scale pretty well.
Yeah, it's awesome.
Not intentionally adaptive, but yeah, I've noticed along the way. I often code with, my like VS Code on one side and my page like this, and then I'll be done, and then I'll fully expand, and things are not how they looked before, and then that almost creates a whole nother development session in itself. So
Sure. No, that's awesome. Well, thanks, Jason. This is a great project, and I think we're all now hungry. So way to
yeah,
go
it definitely
there.
made me I'm a nighttime developer, so I was definitely getting snacky with this project, looking
I
at
bet.
it, working on it.
I bet. Deshaun, Eric, do you have anything to add?
Nope, he said it all.
Yeah, I don't really have much else to add either, other than the GitHub was probably the biggest issue, as it was with most groups, sounds like.
Yeah, definitely.
Totally.
Yeah, like Jason was saying, I think there was at least one point where I started working, like I pulled the repo before the other two had fully pushed their changes, so then we had conflicting versions. So that was a bit of a struggle to get through, but other than that, things went very smoothly.
Yeah. Always a good thing, even before you're going to go, just pull right before you push, and then it'll be good to go. So that's awesome. Way to go, guys. Okay, the last group, we've got Hans, Jasmine, and Nathan. Floor is yours, my friends. Nathan, are you the only one here?
Yeah, unfortunately, the other two were called away by work concerns, and I think Hans he's looking after his dad, so I'm not getting screws taken out of his foot.
Yeah. Oh no. Yeah, all good. Do you want to, so you can either present, or if you wanted to, send a recording, you're welcome to do that. If you didn't, if you guys wanted to get together on Zoom and record, but if you want to present, you're also welcome to do that right now as well.
I don't think I could just that. They did most of the code for Hans did most of the back end, and Jasmine did most, if not all, the front end. I just kind of patched in here and there and focused on GitHub and whatnot. If we had the option to do it in a recording, or could we even do it tomorrow by chance?
I think it'd probably be easier if you just send a recording, get on Zoom, because I won't be available tomorrow. It's okay. Just make sure you guys all submit it. And then you can, make sure you all submit it first and foremost, and then just send me a recording tomorrow. Or if anything, you guys can present during graduation if you'd really like to do that.
Okay. Oh, since I got you, did my solo project presentation come through?
Yep, you're good to go.
Awesome, thank you. Yeah, in that case, I'll get with them, and then we'll go ahead and just make the recording and do it that way once we all get
perfect. Cool.
together.
Awesome. Well, then that's it. that's all the groups. Great job, guys. You guys are officially done. Like you did it. No more boot camp. No more any of that. So way to go. All of your projects looked awesome. Keep working at them. Really great job, guys. Just a couple admin stuff and then we'll all celebrate. I will send out an email tomorrow afternoon with graduation stuff once we go through and make sure everybody's graduated. If you have not submitted all, if you're not 90% core assignments, 80% discussion questions, and you make sure you all submit your group project and you all submit your solo project. Once you do that, you should be good to go. So please make sure you go do that by noon PST tomorrow is when I am looking. And that is like, there's nothing I can do. If you say, can I get more time? I can't, because we are officially saying you're graduated at that time. So please go make sure you guys do that. If you can, the survey link is in the chat. But I just wanted to say, although I got most of you guys for just a very small time, it was really a pleasure to teach you guys, to grow with you guys, and see your questions. And you guys came in knowing potentially nothing about big O notation, and I could say, hey, what is this O of N or O of 1? And you guys knew that. So it's a scary thing to enter into algorithms, but you can do it. And just keep practicing day by day. You don't have to know them all today. You don't have to know them all tomorrow, but just keep practicing. 5-10 minutes a day of understanding or practicing an algorithm is going to help you in the long run. So I'm glad that I got to be with you guys. And it's been my pleasure. I'm really excited. I'm not going to beat the horse anymore. Congratulations. You did it. You're officially done. And we will have a fun graduation next Friday, and it's going to roll. So make sure you invite everybody you can. You all deserve to be celebrated. So celebrate somehow, whether it's watching the NFL tonight or playing D&D or having some apple juice, whatever that is, please go do that and tell yourself that you're proud of yourself because you did something that a lot of people cannot do and did not do. Like above all things, you did something that thousands of people quit and you didn't. So be very proud of yourself.
Woo! Thanks, Will.
Yeah.
Good job, guys.
Let's go.
Nice to meet all you guys.
Thank you.
Good luck with
job,
everything.
everybody.
Yeah. Jason, you got something real quick?
Yeah, so I'll actually be on an Alaskan cruise next week, and I should have like internet connection and all that, but just didn't know. I mean, as far as the graduation ceremony, I don't even know, is the time stuff on the calendar now, or
It'll be 5 p.m. PST. So I put it in Discord. It's 5 p.m. Pacific time. And it's on Friday, the 13th. So
oh yeah, that's right.
It'll be recorded. Somebody had asked me, is it required? It's not required. You don't have to be there in order to graduate. But I just say, if you can figure it out, you deserve to be celebrated because you did something really hard. Sounds like Alaskan cruise sounds amazing and awesome. A great time of year to do that. But if you guys can make it, great. If you have work, fully understand it's not a requirement. It's just a chance that I get the opportunity to be like, you all did it. That rules. And celebrate you a little bit. So, and you guys celebrate yourselves. So cool.
And
All right, friends.
last quick thing, for
Yeah.
any technical questions moving forward with just like, I don't know, anything, career services, general questions, should we reach out to our career or our
Career
student
services.
experience?
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah, that's exact. So it'll be your career services manager, and I'll send out an email next week just with like, so here's what's next. 'Cause I know that there's some questions about how long the platform is open and XYZ. So I'll maybe if you have any questions, feel free to send them on
I'm
Discord. or
already
the
in
next...
touch with them.
Go ahead.
I was gonna tell you, Will, I'm already in touch with it's really
Dontrell, I think you're cutting out pretty bad, my friend. I'm so sorry.
okay.
It's
Go ahead,
advanced.
go ahead.
Okay. Yeah, so I'll send you all that information so that way you guys have it. Because yeah, you still get career services. And if you need anything, I'll kind of give you the names of who you'll reach out to in our contact information.
Awesome. Thank you.
Yeah, of course. Colin.
Yeah, how are we gonna get our certificate or whatever the graduation
So we
document
will,
is
yeah, so we'll send you that document next week.
over email?
Yes, I believe so.
Okay. Thank
Black
you.
belt,
Go ahead, Updamu.
black belt as well.
The actual physical black belt. I think Shane told me, he messaged me and said that he was buying those for everybody. So, and then I'll tell you, I thought that you were buying everybody a rubber duck that was a ninja. That's what I heard.
Me?
Yeah, that's what I heard. That's what people are saying.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Yeah, blue one. You gotta
Yeah,
get blue one.
Yeah.
Let's get him going
Awesome.
on the 3D printing site.
Yeah, there you go. There you go. Now, just as long as somebody had a pet duck, then you're good to go.
Yep.
That rules. All right, friends. Well, I hope you all have a wonderful night. I will be sending you an email. And congratulations. You did it. Be very, very, very proud of yourself. So
Thank you guys. Love you guys. Bye.
cool. Take care, everybody. Bye-bye.